The Top 5 Government Secrets, a compilation of quotes. 1. MK Ultra, the CIA's mind control program. In the 1950s, the CIA embarked on a program called MK Ultra. It was an experiment to see how mind control could be achieved through drugs, hypnosis, and psychological torture. Gordon Thomas, journalist. The CIA took no moral responsibility for the trauma inflicted on people subjected to its mind control experiments. It was something they were willing to do to control the population at large. John Marks, author. The Search for the Manchurian Candidate. MK Ultra was more than just a series of experiments. It was a covert, black operation to test the limits of the human psyche. They were prepared to do anything to gain control over individuals and to unlock the potential for controlling masses. Frank Olson, former CIA scientist, before his death, an alleged MK Ultra victim. 2. Watergate scandal, the Nixon administration's political intrigue. It's not the crime, it's the cover-up. John Dean, White House counsel, testifying on Watergate. The White House was a well-oiled machine for pushing Nixon's agenda, and it didn't hesitate to break the law to make sure he stayed in power. Bob Woodward, journalist, The Washington Post, referring to the systematic use of wiretaps and other illegal methods. I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal, but then I started realizing the extent of the conspiracy. They didn't just wiretap, they sought to control the press and silence dissent at all costs. Mark Felt, Deep Throat, former FBI Deputy Director 3. Operation Paperclip, Nazi scientists in post-World War America. The U.S. brought over more than 1,500 German scientists, including many with Nazi affiliations. In exchange for their expertise, we ignored their ties to war crimes. Annalise O. Garrison, historian. Operation Paperclip, the secret intelligence program to bring Nazi scientists to America. These men were not just working on rockets and weapons. They were part of an ongoing operation to ensure American supremacy in space, in military tech, and in biological warfare. Their moral compromise was a price we were willing to pay for power. Alfred McCoy, historian, A Question of Torture. We did what we had to do to ensure victory in the Cold War, no matter the cost. The Nazis had the knowledge. We had the means to shelter them. James von Neumann, former U.S. military official, fool. NSA surveillance, the U.S. government's mass surveillance programs. The NSA is collecting more data than anyone could have imagined, and that data is being used for more than just national security. It's being used to track political movements, monitor activists, and control narratives. Edward Snowden, former NSA contractor, 2013. The government's invasion of privacy has reached a level that I believe is unconstitutional. We are all being watched and we don't even know it. Glenn Greenwald, journalist and Snowden collaborator. Under the guise of protecting citizens, the NSA has created a surveillance state that stretches far beyond its original purpose. It's a secret that the public can't afford to ignore. William Binney, former NSA technical director. 5. The Roswell incident, UFOs and government denial. The government has always denied it, but I've seen the evidence. We had recovered an alien craft. The cover-up is more than just about a UFO. It's about controlling the public's understanding of the world and its place in the universe. Jesse Marcel, U.S. Army Major, first officer at Roswell. If they told the public the truth about what happened in Roswell, it would have shaken people to their core. The government wasn't prepared to have that kind of revelation get out to the masses. Nick Pope, former UFO investigator, British Ministry of Defense. It wasn't just about a crash in New Mexico. It was about what that crash represented. What the Roswell incident really meant was that the U.S. government knew something about extraterrestrial life before it was ready to let the public know. Paul Hellyer, former Canadian Minister of Defense. They have been hiding the truth for decades. They didn't want to give up control over the narrative, and admitting UFOs were real would have had too much of an impact on national security and the military-industrial complex. Dr. Stephen Greer, founder of the Center for the Study of Extraterrestrial Intelligence, conclusion. The secrets revealed by these individuals show the extent to which governments will go to protect their power, control their citizens, and manipulate the public narrative. Whether through surveillance, military operations, or even hiding the truth about extraterrestrial life, these secrets remain a testament to the complexity and secrecy of global governance.